It's 2 a.m. You're fast asleep under the warmth of your blankets, when suddenly a jolt of pain shoots through your leg. You sit up, gripping your calf, breathing through clenched teeth, waiting for it to pass. That sharp, twisting cramp again, just like last night. And the night before. You wonder quietly, why now? Why me? What changed? Maybe you chalk it up to age, to wear and tear. Maybe a doctor once said it's just part of getting older. But deep down, it still catches you off guard. How a simple muscle can steal your sleep, your comfort, your confidence. Do you remember a time when your legs didn't betray you? When you could walk to the mailbox, stand through church service, or dance in the kitchen with your spouse, without fear of freezing in pain? Have you ever paused and asked yourself, how do I want to age? Not just survive, but truly live. To wake up rested, steady, and strong. To trust your body again. Here's the good news. These cramps are not your destiny. There's something you can do. Something simple, natural, and already in your kitchen. Because sometimes the solution isn't more pills or appointments. It's in your glass. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about healing from the inside out. A return to ease. A return to peace. And it starts with 5 powerful drinks your body might just be begging for. Leg cramps might seem small to some people. But if you're over 60, you know how quickly that sharp pain can change everything. It can turn a peaceful night into a restless one. It can make you hesitate before walking down the stairs, before taking that stroll around the block, before doing the things you love. It's not just a cramp, it's a warning. A reminder that your body needs something. That something is missing. For many seniors, recurring leg cramps are a sign of deeper imbalances, like dehydration, mineral loss, poor circulation, or even medication side effects. And the longer we ignore these little signs, the more they chip away at our independence, our mobility, and our confidence. Because when walking becomes uncertain, we start to pull back. We stop moving as much. Muscles weaken. Balance fades. And slowly, we isolate ourselves not out of fear of people, but fear of falling, fear of pain, fear of decline. But here's the beautiful truth. Your body still listens. Even now. Even at 70, 80, or beyond. It's still responding to every ounce of care you give it. The drinks we'll explore today aren't fads or miracle cures. They're simple, accessible, science-backed ways to gently restore what aging muscles and nerves often lack. They can help you sleep deeper, walk steadier, and move through your day with less tension and more grace. This is not about doing more. It's about doing better. With what you already have. One glass at a time. One day at a time. Let's take that first small step together. Let me ask you something. Have you ever blamed a painful leg cramp on just getting older? Maybe it hits in the middle of the night. Sharp, sudden, pulling your muscles tight like a rope. And you think, well, I guess this is just part of aging. But what if it's not? What if that painful spasm isn't your age catching up with you, but your body whispering, I need something. Help me. What if it's not your legs failing you, but your hydration, your potassium, your magnesium? You see, when we were younger, we could get away with skipping meals, drinking soda instead of water, staying up too late. But as we age, our body doesn't have the same buffer. Every little choice we make, especially what we drink, begins to matter more than ever. And yet, this is actually good news. Because it means that small, doable changes can still make a huge difference. I once spoke to a woman named Eleanor, 74 years old, a retired teacher from Oregon. She used to get such bad nighttime cramps that she dreaded going to bed. Her doctor suggested fancy tests and prescriptions. But it turned out all she needed was one glass of tart cherry juice in the evening. That one drink changed her sleep, her mornings, and her mood. Sometimes the solution isn't more pills. it's smarter habits. So today, we'll explore 5 drinks. Yes, just 5, that have been shown to ease muscle cramps, improve circulation, and bring your body back into balance. They aren't exotic. You don't need a special blender or subscription box. They're right here, in your kitchen or your grocery store, waiting to help. Let's open the fridge and open a door to less pain, more freedom. Let's explore how the right drinks can help prevent leg cramps and support your body in powerful, quiet ways. 1. Hydration, the first line of defense. It seems simple, doesn't it? Drink more water, but this advice is often overlooked, and its importance can't be overstated. As we age, our body's thirst signals get weaker. You might not feel thirsty, but your muscles might be drying out like soil without rain. And when that happens, cramps. I once met a man named Harold, 82, who swore he drank plenty of water. But when we looked closer, his water was mostly coffee and iced tea. Nothing wrong with enjoying those in moderation, but they can be dehydrating if they're all you sip. When Harold started drinking 2 glasses of plain water before lunch and dinner, just 2, his nighttime leg cramps eased up within a week. His doctor said it made more difference than his medications. Try this: a glass of room temperature water with a squeeze of lemon in the morning. It wakes up your muscles and replenishes you after a night of sleep. 2. Magnesium-rich drinks. Muscle magic in a cup. You may not hear it often, but magnesium is like oil for your muscles. It helps them relax. And yet, many seniors are unknowingly deficient. That's where drinks like almond milk, dark leafy green smoothies, or cacao powder mixed in warm milk can help. Take Diane, 76, who started drinking a warm almond milk and banana smoothie after dinner. Bananas have potassium, almond milk has magnesium. It became her sleepy muscle tea. Within days, the leg cramps that used to wake her at 2 a.m. became a thing of the past. Don't like bananas? Try blending spinach into a smoothie with almond milk, or stirring a spoonful of natural cacao into warm oat milk at night. Magnesium loves your muscles, and they'll love you back. 3. Electrolyte balance, the right kind of sports drink. When you sweat, even lightly, like during a walk or gardening, you lose salt, potassium, calcium, and magnesium, all vital for muscle health. Replacing them can be as easy as sipping a natural electrolyte drink. But not all sports drinks are created equal. Many are full of sugar, artificial dyes, or caffeine. Look for low-sugar options with real ingredients, like coconut water or make your own. Mix water with a pinch of sea salt, a squeeze of lemon, and a drizzle of honey. Carl, 79, lives in Arizona. He started drinking coconut water in the afternoons, especially on hot days. It gave him energy, stopped his headaches, and, surprise, the leg cramps he got every evening? Gone. Pro tip: read the label. If sugar is the first ingredient, skip it. Nature's version is better and often cheaper. 4. Anti-inflammatory power. Tart cherry juice. This one surprises people. Tart cherry juice isn't just for arthritis. It's also one of the best natural sources of melatonin and anti-inflammatory compounds. That means better sleep, better circulation, and less muscle soreness. Linda, 73, from Illinois, was skeptical, but she gave it a try. 4 ounces of tart cherry juice in the evening. After a week, not only did her leg cramps lessen, but she reported sleeping through the night for the first time in years. What's beautiful about this drink is it feels like a treat. Slightly sweet, rich in color, comforting. It's a small act of self-care with a big reward. Tip: choose unsweetened tart cherry juice, not the cocktail blends. Just a small glass is enough. Together, these drinks do more than just prevent leg cramps. They speak to something deeper. They nourish your body. They respect your age without surrendering to it, and they invite healing, one simple sip at a time. Now, let's talk about how you can weave these into your daily rhythm, gently and naturally. The power of what you sip after 70. Your body is like a house. After decades of storms, seasons, and sunshine, it creaks, it settles, it needs extra care. The pipes don't flow quite as easily. The wiring gets a little slower, but it's still your home. And like any home, it deserves attention, especially from the inside. When we think of nutrition, we often think of food. But what you drink, quietly, consistently, can be just as important, especially after 70. Have you ever noticed how 1 cup of water can soothe your entire system? How a warm drink can calm your nerves at night, or how a single missed glass of water can leave you tired, foggy, or cramping? At this stage of life, your body's systems are more sensitive. Your muscles, for example, rely on constant hydration and minerals to relax properly. And yet, seniors are among the most commonly dehydrated groups in the country. Not because they don't care, but because thirst cues weaken with age. Marjorie, 78, once told me, "I didn't realize I was dehydrated until I drank a full glass of water and my legs stopped twitching." Small changes. Big difference. And the beautiful part? You don't need expensive supplements or hard-to-pronounce ingredients. Sometimes, the answer is as close as your kitchen sink, or a blender, or a cozy mug before bed. Have you ever felt this? That your body's trying to tell you something, but you're not quite sure what? The truth is, every ache, every spasm, every cramp is often a whisper for support, and what you drink can be your answer. Let's explore what your muscles might be craving, and how a few simple sips can change everything. The emotional side of leg cramps. It's not just physical. Sometimes, the ache in your leg isn't just about muscles or minerals. It's deeper. Woven into the quiet hours of the evening, the silence after the TV turns off, or the empty side of the bed that used to hold a loved one. What if I told you that loneliness, stress, and emotional fatigue could actually trigger leg cramps? You see, your body doesn't separate the emotional from the physical. It's all one system. When you feel anxious or tense, your muscles hold that tension like a clenched fist. Over time, that tightness, especially in your calves and feet, can lead to painful spasms that wake you up at night. Mary from Georgia is 81. She told me once, "The cramps started after my husband passed. I thought it was my potassium, but really, I was just holding everything in. I'd sit alone all evening, and by the time I laid down, my legs were screaming." It's powerful, isn't it? That your heartache can reach all the way to your toes. But here's the hope. When Mary started attending a local knitting circle, just once a week, her cramps lessened. She laughed more. She drank more water without even thinking about it. She slept deeper. It wasn't magic, it was connection. So let me ask you, have you noticed how your body responds when you feel truly at peace? When you laugh with a neighbor, share a memory, or sit quietly with someone who simply understands? Maybe your next remedy isn't just a drink, but a moment of real connection. And when we combine that emotional peace with the right physical support, something beautiful happens. Let's keep going. You're about to discover drinks that nourish more than muscles. They comfort your soul. Gentle habits that heal. One sip, one step at a time. Let's take a breath together. You've lived through decades of change, raising families, working long days, saying painful goodbyes, and greeting new chapters. So when someone talks about healthy habits, it's okay if part of you feels a little tired, maybe even skeptical. But what if I told you that healing doesn't need to be hard? You don't need to climb a mountain or follow a complicated diet. Sometimes it begins with one simple drink in the morning, or a few slow, thoughtful stretches while waiting for your toast to pop. Take Mr. Ellis, 75, from Arizona. He used to wake up with leg cramps so severe he'd nearly fall getting out of bed. His daughter suggested something simple: a glass of tart cherry juice before bed, and 5 minutes of seated leg stretches when he woke up. That's it. Within 2 weeks, the cramps eased. He was sleeping better, walking with more confidence, and even joking again. Here's the beauty of small changes. They're doable. They don't overwhelm. They build trust between you and your body. So let's talk about a few tools you can begin using today. Keep a magnesium-rich drink beside your bed, like warm almond milk with a pinch of cinnamon. Drink a glass of water before your morning coffee. You'll feel the difference in your energy. Make stretching part of your routine. Just 5 minutes to gently wake up your muscles. These aren't prescriptions. They're invitations. Tiny anchors to keep you steady and strong. What's one small change you could try this week? Start with what feels gentle, and let it grow. You're not fixing a problem. You're caring for your home, the one you live in every day, your body. The heart still hears, finding peace, purpose, and joy. After 70, let's talk about something that doesn't always show up in lab results or on a doctor's chart, but you feel it in your bones. It's the quiet ache of loneliness. The whisper that maybe your best days are behind you. The question that sometimes drifts through your thoughts when the house is too quiet. What am I still here for? But here's the truth. No one says enough. Your soul never ages. Your heart still longs to belong, to matter, to wake up with purpose. Purpose doesn't mean being busy. It means being meaningful. To someone, somewhere. It could be planting a tomato vine on your porch, calling an old friend, praying each morning for your grandchildren, or sharing your wisdom with someone who needs it. Take Ms. Diane, 78, from Michigan. After her husband passed, the silence in her home was heavy. For months, she felt lost, until she began volunteering once a week at a local shelter, reading stories to kids whose parents were struggling. "They call me Grandma D," she says now, eyes shining. "They think I'm helping them, but really they saved me." It wasn't complicated. It was one choice, one new rhythm, and it brought her back to life. So I'll ask you now, what do you want the next chapter of your life to feel like? Not just survive, but feel light again, connected, alive. You still have so much heart to give, and the world still needs it. Let joy back in, even a little. You're not done yet. You're just turning the page. You're still in this story. One small step at a time. So here we are, together, at the end of this journey. But perhaps the beginning of a new one for you. We've talked about tired muscles and aching legs. Yes. But really, we've been talking about something deeper. The quiet battle between giving in or gently rising again. You are not too old. You are not done yet. Your body still listens. When you care for it, it responds. Maybe it's with a little more energy in your morning. Maybe it's one less cramp waking you at 2 a.m. Maybe it's the comfort of knowing that you've started paying attention again. To your health, your needs, your strength. The changes don't have to be grand. They don't need applause. They just need to be yours. A glass of coconut water. A warm tart cherry tea before bed. A simple walk around the garden. A quiet breath of gratitude before sleep. You've made it this far in life with courage, love, and resilience. And the fact that you're still watching this means you're still fighting for yourself. That matters. So let me leave you with this. This is your time. Start now, even if it's slow. Even if it's just one sip, one stretch, one deep breath. Every small step is still yours, and your story isn't over. Not yet. Not today. Let's take this journey together. Now, before we wrap up, I want to invite you to pause and reflect for a moment. Think back on what we've discussed today. About leg cramps, yes, but also about the deeper journey of aging with grace and resilience. What was one thing that made you think differently today? Maybe it was realizing that your body is asking for more hydration, or discovering that something as simple as a warm cup of tart cherry juice could help you sleep more soundly and wake up feeling stronger. And now, for tomorrow, what small change will you try? It doesn't have to be huge. It can be as simple as starting your day with a glass of water, or trying that calcium-rich smoothie before bedtime. A little change, one step forward. I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your stories, your own small victories in the comments below. What has helped you prevent leg cramps? Or what's been your secret to aging well? This community is a place for wisdom, for shared growth, for lifting each other up. If you found something that resonated with you today, take a moment to subscribe. Let's walk this path together, one sip, one step, one day at a time. You are not alone on this journey. Together, we can keep moving forward with strength and purpose. Remember, you're not done yet. Let's make sure your best days are still ahead.